we are live racing here at Swedish Racing League in Gran Turismo Sport. And currently this is the grand finale of Season 12 at Autopolis International Racing Course. And it's the shortcut course. As we're getting the final check from every driver, we are restarting with the correct tire wear, and everybody goes out on the track. Just checking the settings here. We're going to drive 53 laps, which is a total of 160 kilometers at Autopolis International Racing Course with the shortcut. The time is midday at 12 with fine weather. The track length is approximately 3,000 meters and is located in Japan near Kamitsu village in the Oita prefecture. We have a total of 40 drivers participating in this season finale. I think that's a record, maybe. So we have almost 3 full lobbies. Catherine here going a bit off track. We have a few drivers with weight penalty as well. They've been really bulking up. Let's see here, I'm just gonna bring out the list for total of weights. We have Abramson at plus 2%, T5, West and CO with 3%, Eraser at 5%, Soil at 4% and Rob Noborg at 6%. The qualifying is a total of 10 minutes on racing medium tires. There's no fuel depletion, so the drivers can go full out on lap 1. So it's going to be a continuous string of hot lapping. Like I said before, it's the short course version, so it's going to be, I would say, 12 corners. So we're skipping corner 11 through 18. Let's see the starting grid here. We have Rob Noborg here, putting the current fastest lap so far with a 1:06.593. They're going to be able to do approximately around there. Rob Noborg does have a 6% weight penalty here, so he's going really quickly here. Maybe slipstreaming behind his teammate from the Swedish GT Academy team, Tyrell Racer. Behind Noborg we have Axel in his Peugeot. It's a French car, Peugeot or Renault. I think it's a Peugeot. On the... well, here we have MNT Filipino in his Lamborghini Huracan driving for Repsol, I think it is. There is our Svoid there going a bit wide. Filipino taking provisional pole here with a 1:06.4. Rob Noborg in second, Axel in third, Eraser in fourth, Abramson in the pit lane. Erdin here in sixth, Lasasaria in seventh, West, K. Kettinen, Svoil, CO, T5 and Husman with an old school AMG Ilstein. Not too sure what team he's driving for. It's a new driver that I've seen. Virpinen going into the pit lane. The estimated pit time, just changing tires, is estimated around 8 seconds. Gonna fact check that as well. Delta time on a pit stop, only changing tires, is 8.3 seconds, calculated from Svoil, I think. Don't know where he got that information from, but I hope he's been practicing. He told me last week he didn't get too much practice down for that race, and we saw how that went. Not really that well. Still holding provisional pole. Norborg in second, Axel in third. Not that big of a gap between second, third and fourth. Oops, almost whipped my controller off the desk here. Borg and Eraser have been placing themselves quite high up the leaderboard. So they have a 6% weight, extra weight on Noborg's car, and the Eraser has 5% extra weight. So those Audis are gonna be a bit heavier for this final race. Fire is not with us tonight either, so no threat from Fire. And if you think the volume on my microphone is a bit too high or a bit too low, you just type it in the chat. So can I adjust my microphone? It's a bendable microphone on my headset, so it might be a few millimeters too far away or too close. Rob Nordborg is the current championship leader as of now with 858 points, with Fire behind him at 798 and Spoil at 797. Abramson in 4th with 733, with a Racer in 5th with 731. So it's quite close here among the top 5-6 drivers there. We have T5 Black on 730 points, only 1 point behind the Racer for the 5th spot. That's gonna be interesting to see how that pans out. Closing up on the 8.5 minute mark here. The qualifier is 10 minutes, and if you are out on a lap and the timer passes 10 minutes, you get to finish your lap. And as soon as you pass the start-finish line, you're going to park the car at the first corner and type in your qualifying time into the bot in PlayStation Messenger, so it will register and line up the whole field between all the 3 lobbies. But Rob Nordborg here going wide and spinning out in the kid litter. Here, Kei Kettinen, 3000s between him and Lassasaria, going up into 4th. Eraser only 0.35 seconds, 3.5 tenths behind Virpinen. Virpinen doesn't have any weight penalty on him, so Eraser is driving with a definitely heavier car. So they're going to be struggling on both the tire wear and fuel consumption. Straight line speed, cornering speed. Guys are on their final lap now. See if anybody can pull any last effort to get higher up in the standings. So far we have Filipinen on provisional pole with Norborg in second, Axel in third, and Kei Kettunen in fourth. So those drivers are going to be the top two front rows. As you can see on the race map, people are starting to park their cars in turn 1. Let's see here, we have GPF Urban and TSR T5 Black still out on the track, coming over the finish line now. So that is going to be the field of the A-Lobby qualifier so far. Filipinen in first, Norborg in second, Axel in third, Kei Kettunen in fourth, Eraser in fifth, Abramson in sixth, T5 Black in seventh, Erdin in eighth, West in ninth, TSR CO in 10th, and Lasaria in 11th. Filipinen taking the fastest lap with 106.376. So right now we're just going to wait for the bot to line up the whole starting grid over the A, B and C lobby. And we're going to get this show on the road. And we also have one driver that wasn't able to actually qualify due to connection issues to the host lobby. He's going to be able to do 2 hot laps while we wait for the racing lobbies to sort themselves out. So it's going to be a bit of a wild card, but we still have one driver, Eglanders, there, who is now out in his Lexus. Trying to get all the drivers off the track, so Eglanders gets his 2 hot laps. So all eyes on him right now in his black, green, yellow, blue car, the ultimate Lexus. There's still one driver out in turn 1. So that means it's going to be a yellow flag in turn 1 as he's standing still. That might lead to a penalty, I'm not sure. You see on the left hand side there's a yellow flag waving due to Axel being in the first corner. Hopefully it's not going to be an issue for Egil Anders here. Luckily he's not quite in the racing line, so hopefully it won't bother him. See where he can place himself. One 7:083. So now we have gotten the final qualifying times in, and the bot has listed all the drivers in A final. We have Firppinen taking pole position. Second place is Rob Norborg. Axel in third, Kettinen in fourth, Lasse Sarja in fifth, Eraser in sixth, Abramson in seventh, T5 Black in eighth, Faran in ninth, Tobbe R in 10th, Erdin in 11th, West in 12th, Svol in 13th, and Michael Tornroth in 14th. all those drivers were below 107s. The fastest one being 106.376, and 14th position on the grid is 106.948. So quite a tight packed field we have here. So we're just going to back out of this lobby and rejoin as Svoil starts up a new lobby, and we'll get ready to race. So right now, I think we have all the drivers in here. Are we missing a driver? Yeah, we're missing one driver. That's why we're not a full lobby as of yet. Michael Tornroth. Here we go, 15 out of 15, including myself as a commentator. Commentator for the last 3 or 4 races has been me, Mixer Maker. And if you're curious about Gran Turismo Sport Swedish Racing League, there's links in the description on the YouTube channel. It's granturismosport.se, and there you can read up on basically anything that has to do with the Swedish Racing League, all the leagues we're racing, the current teams, which are fictional teams, but teams in Gran Turismo Sport, like Rob Norborg and Eraser, driving for Swedish GT Academy. And we have Svoil, Repsol, Lamborghini. We have Talisman Energy with T5 Black, and CO, Team Media Pro with West, Stilgdan and Bornhall. Bornhall being the sort of the fire beneath the Swedish Racing League, as we practically pushed over a lot of work on him, me and Svoil, who basically started this whole shenanigan with clean racing back in 2017. Since we were sick of just bad manners and really bad driving in the daily races and the open lobbies that were on Gran Turismo Sport back in the day. And from there it grew, and now we have 40 participants this season finale in Group 3. So we have to split them over 3 lobbies. We have weight penalty, we have taken off cars from being able to be driven because they are overpowered, we have administrators, we have a rules section, and everything you can read on the webpage. All the tracks, all the documents, team drivers, all the series we're driving, the racing calendar, cars, you name it, it's basically there. Again, you can also read up on the actual bot that we type everything to. Qualifying times, racing announcements, managing the grid. And you also send a message to that bot to, how do you say it, participate in the races. So we know who is going to qualify and who is actually going to show up for the race. So everybody, I think everybody's done doing the race check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. I think we're missing. Ready or not, 30 seconds out and we're racing. On Autopolis International Racing Course, shortcut course with the SRL, Swedish Racing League, Group 3, Season 12, Grand Finale. And we have Firepinen taking pole position and Rob Norborg going to be beside him on the first grid row. And Svoil has started the final. So I'm gonna try to remember the rewind button and replay button. I've been getting better and better at that. But still easy to forget. So they are going to do a formation lap, get some heat into their tires, and then as each and every driver crosses the start-finish line and you hear the timing beep, then you are good to go. So everybody doesn't do a mass start where everybody... We had a few issues with that, latency problems and people jumping the starts, and it was really hard to really watch over that as administrators, since we don't have basically a whole jury like Formula 1 or an equivalent real race system. So people were complaining on jump starts and whatnot, so we remade the rules, so you get to start as soon as you yourself crosses the start-finish line. And also we got cleaner takeoffs as well. We have gotten fewer incidents as well in the first laps of the race as well. Maybe not as exhilarating, but it gave us administrators a lot less headaches. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up full. So we can see tire wear and fuel depletion. Filipinen going a bit slower here, trying to collect the grid, doing about 80 kilometers an hour. And here we go, let's go racing. Major incidents so far. Axel going up on the inside, touching a little bit on Rob Newborg's front end there. Super tight race in here, going 2 cars wide here, a bit of 3 cars wide here, 2 Porsches and an Audi getting pushed back here. Rob Newborg racing with 6% weight penalty, doesn't really have the speed. TRL racer going on the outside here. Let's see, he's going to be able to do it. A racer getting pushed wide as well by his own teammate here. That means Filipinen with no weight is going to be able to pull away as they are squabbling there behind him. Axel, 1 lap has been made and he's currently in 2nd with Ketteren in his Castrol Porsche in 3rd, Lasaria in 4th, Eraser moving up into 5th. And Svoil has moved up from 12th to 9th, it looks like. Going up on the inside of TSR T5 Black here. Is he going to be able to overtake him here? There's going to be a right-hand corner, and he does. He moves up on the inside. Cuts a bit of a curve there, a bit wobbly there, but he makes it stick. Moving up into 8th. 4 cars in 2 laps. Filipinen still holding on to 1st, pulling away further and further. The distance is now almost 2.5 seconds there. K. Kettinen being followed by Axel, super close here. K. Kettinen getting a revamped livery here for the last 2 races. People got a bit annoyed with his black and white question mark Porsche, so I think somebody made him a livery. Don't quote me on that, but I think somebody made him actually made him a livery. Looks really good there. Axel in his Axel in his French car with La Cesaria in fourth. Let's see here, is Axel... No, he's not gonna jump on it. Society here in fourth. He's been doing quite well. A bit of rough racing there at the first few races, but he's been shaping up to be quite a competitor here in the Swedish Racing League. A racer holding on to fifth for now. Abramson in sixth, and we have Svoit right behind him there in seventh, taking another position, moving up and overtaking Erdin here. Let's see, have we lost the current championship leader, Rob Norborg? I can't see him anywhere. I'm gonna check down the field. Rob Norborg currently in 13th, with Tuba R behind him. And the top 8 drivers are mandatory to start on medium tires in the A lobby, and the top 4 drivers in the B lobby are mandatory to start on medium tires. The rest can start on whichever tire they prefer, but they have to do at least one tire change. That they have to drive on 2 different types of tires. So racing medium, you can go to racing soft, and that means you have moved on to a different set of tires. See here, Filipino driving really good in that Lamborghini. He didn't have quite... He was driving really well in Willow Springs as well a couple of races ago, but went off track really fast and really far, and smashed up his Lamborghini quite well. Can't remember really how he placed himself last race, but right now he's definitely holding the top position here, extending his lead to 3.2 seconds. Kay Kettenan in his Porsche trying to give chase here, also on racing mediums. Lasse Saria in third, trying to chase after Kettenan, but he has to watch out for Axel in his French little car there. Axel is all over Lasse Saria, inside, outside. Where is he gonna go? Going up, taking a bit of a steeper... Oh, getting pushed a bit wide there from Erdin. Using a bit of a rear end grip there, so he loses a tenth or 2 to Lasse Saria. Is Lasse Saria going to be able to move away from Axel? Erdin trying to go up on the outside here, but it's a right hand corner, so I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to do it. A bit more squabble there. He's gonna stay in fifth. GPF Irving gets a better exit and overtakes Axel, but it's a quite far stretch here, so is Axel going to be able to retaliate on Erdin? Maybe jumping on the inside. Erdin trying to make his Porsche as wide as possible. He's not going to be able to attack there. A racer there in 6th position, having his eyes on 5th, giving chase to Axel. Let's see if he's going to be able... Axel cutting corner quite deep there. Is the racer going to be able to move up on the inside? Yes, he does. He's going to be able to make it stick though. Going super wide there. Still hanging on the outside. Let's see, he's going to be able to do it. And he makes it stick on the next turn there. Really nice job, Axel, going up on the inside. Does Eraser have enough power in that Audi? He has the inside line for now. Eraser with a 5% weight penalty is definitely struggling with that extra weight, but he makes it stick. But is Axel going to be able to generate enough slipstream and overtake him on the inside? Let's see here. No, Eraser holds on to the inside. A bit of a squabble there between Axel and Abramson there. Axel trying to move up on the inside, staying tucked behind Eraser, but he doesn't make it stick. Michael Turner here in his Aston Martin going on the outside of Abramson here. Really tight track there. Check on those two drivers going all over the track trying to overtake. It's a bit of a tighter section here when you go beyond turn 3. Let's check up on the current first place holder, Filipinen, extending his lead to 4.5 seconds from Kettunen. Kettunen not able to keep up with Filipinen's pace. Erding still giving chase in third position. Lasasaria tucked in behind him, only about a half a second behind him. Eraser in fifth position as he overtook Axel the previous lap. Michael Tonroth. Oh, we have a spinner here. Do a check mark and V. Let's see here. It was Axel who spun. Yeah, he goes wide there, drops the left rear tire and spins out. No, it didn't damage the car at least, but that moves him down to 13th position. 14th position now, as T5 was able to overtake. Filipinen still held the lead here, moving closer to 5 seconds. Lasasaria, 1.5 seconds between Kettunen, but he has Erdin right behind him, enjoying that slipstream. Getting closer and closer. He's going to go for the inside. Oh, there's contact there. Erdin going up on the inside grass there. Hopefully no damage done. Erdin moving on those racing soft tires. That means he started from lower than 8th position. So he's definitely going to have more grip than Lasasaria, who's racing on racing mediums, but he's wearing down his tires a lot quicker as well, so he's not going to be able to drive as long as he's going to lose grip faster. Checking down the field, we have a racer here racing on medium tires, holding on to that 5th position. And then we have Tonroth here in his Red Bull Aston Martin trying to overtake Abramson. He's going to go for inside. No, he thinks better of it. He's gonna tuck in behind, and I'm not too sure what kind of engine that car is, or what it has. Is it a V8? V12? But it's definitely a muscle car. So he's gonna move up on the inside here. Abramson still sticking to the outside. Tonroth going up on the inside. Abramson goes on the inside of the next corner. He's not going to be able to make that stick. Abramson still holding on to 4th position, but then we have West here in his Viper for Team Media Pro going up on the inside. Really nice overtaking there. Smooth and clean from West. Let's see what's happening here. We have Rob Norborg and Faran fighting for that 7th position spot. Faran tucking in on the inside here, giving Rob Norborg a little bit of a bump there. Lets him go. Maybe thought that wasn't really fair play. So he's definitely going to try to get into the slipstream here and overtake Rob Norborg, but Rob Norborg still has a slipstream to Michael Tonroth there with only 0.7 seconds behind him. Faran is going to move up super fast and maybe try to dodge on the inside. See him find out. No, he's going to stay behind Norborg for now. Checking up. Oh, Filipinen extending his lead to 6 seconds. He's really flying out there in his Lamborghini V10. Repsol Lamborghini. Let's see, where is Filipinen in the total standings? Let's see here. Filipinen is currently placed as 25th. He has not been racing all the races, unfortunately. He's only been racing, let's see here, 25th, 3 out of 8 races so far. So he's way off from the top 3 in the total championship points standing. But he's definitely doing a good job in this Lamborghini. 7-second lead over Erden. Erden pulling away. And we have West here moving up into 3rd position. Moving up in the world here in that Team Media Pro Viper. Abramson trying to give chase here, but he is having a bit of a squabble here, a bit of a push maybe. Let's do a quick check on that. Trying to dodge there, and a bit of a push there. Let's see if he's going to be able to retaliate Michael Tonroth in his Aston Martin. Rob Nordborg trying to find that 4th spot there. Overtake Abramson, 0.3 seconds behind. But as you can see, that weight penalty of 6% is definitely hampering his progress. Michael Tonroth here flying past Rob Nordborg, but he's not gonna overtake yet. Being a bit cautious there. Is that Aston Martin a bit heavy there on into turn 1? Because right now he has fallen all over his rear view mirrors. Checking up. Erden, 6.5 seconds. Filipino having maybe some struggles. Losing half a second. 3.5 seconds between Erden and West right now. West is currently 7th in the total championship positioning, but he's only driven 5 races, not including this one. So he's missed out on 2 races so far, and he's moving into the pit lane. Like I said before, the pit lane estimated time is right around between 8 and 8.5 seconds. The delta time is 8.3 seconds. And that's only tire change. They need to refuel as well, and depending on how much they refuel, it's going to take a longer time. Filipino 6.3 seconds ahead of Erden. Erden racing on racing soft, so he's definitely going to be having a lot more grip than Filipino, who is on medium tires. Rob Nordborg moving up to 3rd, as some may have gone into the pit lane. Abramson in 4th, running low on fuel here. Rob Nordborg driving on super softs. Trying to find that grip in that Audi R8 with weight penalty. Abramson going into the pit lane. Okay, Ketteran trying to find that 6th position. Going up on the inside of T5. T5 racing on super softs. Ketteran makes it stick. Ketteran is running really low on fuel here. But his tires are not worn down at all. I'm not too sure how far they have calculated that the racing super soft tires are going to last. But we're driving for a total of 53 laps. Not too sure if that is included. Yep, 53 laps. That's included. It's including the formation lap. So 52 racing laps, a total of 160 kilometers. You can see now Erding going into the pit lane, along with Rob Nordborg and Kate Ketteran. Unfortunately, it's still just me as a single commentator, so I'll be talking to you guys and I'll be talking to myself. So if you have any questions or something, just type it in the chat and I'll try to answer as best as I can. And we are going really close now to the 20-minute mark. We're trying to have these races along the 1 hour line, give and take a few minutes depending on the type of track. Let's see here, Filipinen still in first, 10.5 second lead due to drivers going into the pit lane. So he's really hanging on there, doing a really well done job, really good job. Michael Tornroth now up into second with Faran right behind him. Faran sporting that Rust Ease Lightning McQueen livery on that Ford GT. Checking down the field, we have Lasse Saria, recently been in the pits. Super soft and a quarter of a tank. Behind him we have Eraser, super softs and a bit less than quarter of a tank. I think Eraser is sporting 5% weight penalty. Checking down the field, we have West, recently been inside the pit lane, putting on super softs and a quarter of a tank. That seems to be the theme across the cars. Super softs and a quarter of a tank. Erdin in 7th, Norborg in 8th. Also recently been in the pit lane. Tovar in 9th, Axel 11th. Svoil moving up on the inside here. Is he going to be able to make it stick? Let's see here, a bit of a nudge there. Svoil having a 4% weight penalty if my memory doesn't let me down. And he's going for a really long stint here. More than 3/4 of a tank, and putting on racing softs. That's gonna make his car really heavy, so we'll see. Let's see what he's thinking. Only time will tell. Here we have fallen Michael Tonroth now going into the pit lane with only 5 liters left in their tanks. Abramson giving chase. No, wait, is that? Hold on. Svoil has super soft and less than half a tank, and Abramson has more than quarter of a tank and softs. And then we have Ketran here also doing a lot of fuel on super softs. That's going to be definitely be interesting and see how well they are going to be able to manage the tire wear with such heavy cars and with super soft that wears down the fastest. Maybe they have calculated something that I have not. Right now we have Lasse Saria in 1st, Eraser in 2nd, Filipinen in 3rd. They're sporting different strategies here. Yep. Filipinen recently went into the pit lane, and Eraser and Lasse Saria have entered the pit lane a bit earlier. So as soon as Eraser and Lasse Saria goes into the pit lane, Filipinen is going to take up his 1st place position. West being 5 seconds after Filipinen, getting followed by Erdin here. West sporting super soft tires and less than quarter of a tank, and then we have Erdin with a bit less than half a tank and softs. So West is definitely going to be having a bit higher pace. Trying to find a way around West here, tucking in behind, utilizing that slipstream, only 0.2 seconds behind. West, let's see if he's going to be able to defend this. Porsche is not famous for being a straight line speed monster, but it compensates with nimbleness around the corners. Seems that Filipinen has overtaken Eraser. Let's see if we can catch that. Nope. But he's overtaken Eraser. Filipinen doesn't have any weight penalty and Eraser has 5%. Filipinen doing a really good job here. Let's see, he's on Racing Supersofts and Eraser is on also Racing Supersoft, but with definitely more weight in his car, less fuel and worn down tires. You can see how much speed he's losing there compared to the cars that doesn't have any weight added to them. Filipinen here going up on the inside, really beautiful work there. Utilizing every inch of the track up on that curve and a little bit of grass. Doing a race best sector there in sector 1, holding also the fastest lap of 1 minute 5 seconds and not too sure how you pronounce that, but 1:05.973. So just under 1:06. Let's see if anybody's going to be able to beat that. Sporting the fastest lap is also giving you an additional point, I think. It gives you points, that I'm sure of. Let's see, he's going to be able to move even faster. Last lap was 1:05.973. And he does by 0.07 of a second. Still faster though. So Filipinen flying forward right now. Lasse Sade in second, Eraser in third, West in fourth. Rob Nordborg trying to overtake West in fourth, who is in fifth. Erden in sixth, tucking right behind Rob Nordborg there, super close right now, only 3/10 behind. Tuba R, Team Media Pro Driver in seventh. We have T5, Talisman Energy in 8th, Michael Tonroth in his Red Bull Aston Martin in 9th, we have Axel in his Total Peugeot in 10th, Svoil, Repsol Lamborghini in 11th, we have Abramson in his MSI Porsche, Faran Lightning McQueen in 13th, we have Kay Kettunen in his Castrol Porsche in 14th. That completes the whole lineup. Filipinen extending his lead now to 2 seconds here. How fast can this guy go? Let's see, do we have any fights here? I think we have a few. Closest one bunched together are these 3 drivers, West, Rob Nordborg and GBF Erden. See Nordborg there struggling with his car. He has 6% added weight to it. He's definitely doing a good job trying to utilize the whole track. Racer going into the pit lane. West moves up to third. Nordborg still sticking like glue to West. Taking a super wide line here, trying to go around on the outside. Not too sure if that's gonna go his way. West having... not too sure what kind of... does he have a weight penalty on his car? I need to double check that. GPF Erding moving up on the inside there, really beautiful done. That we're definitely gonna have a replay of. You can see Erding here getting a really good exit speed here. Tucking in behind in the slipstream, moving up on the inside. Pinching Nordborg between West and his own car, moving up into third. Really nice move there. Let's see if Nordborg is going to have anything to answer with. Let's see here. Does West have a plus 3% weight penalty on his Viper? Not as much as Nordborg, but still some weight to it. Erding doesn't have any weight to his car. Filipino extending his lead to have 11.5 seconds as of now. Whipping the life out of that Lamborghini, doing really well. Erding doing something there, not too sure what happened. Did he just lose control over his car, or... something happened here. He let Nordborg by for some reason. Not too sure why. We'll check further down the field. We have T5 up in 4th, Lasse Sadia in 5th, and Michael Tonroth right behind him in 6th. And in 7th we have Spoil. Let's see here, Michael Tonroth going up on the outside. Lasse Sadia blocking him off, Spoil going really wide there. Still giving chase. As the Porsche and the Aston Martin are squabbling, they are losing time, and Spoil is moving right up behind the Tonroth. This is going to be quite interesting. See what Spoil can do here. I think Spoil has 4% weight added to his car. Yup. So he's definitely lacking in terms of performance of that Lamborghini. So you're going to have to compensate with pure skill. Michael Tonroth here going really wide into turn 1. Eraser in 7th. Trying to also move up in the field. That's all the rest of the drivers. Spoil right behind Tonroth right now. Spoil super soft, and Tonroth has racing soft, so that means Spoil is definitely going to have a higher pace than Tonroth, but Tonroth can drive for a longer stint. He has more fuel, less worn down tires, and his tires are prone to wear down less as well, since he's driving on the soft, on a harder tire. He's not able to keep up with Lasse Sadia. Let's see, is Spoil gonna make anything happen? It's a bit too far down, I think. 0.8 seconds, Spoil moves into the pit lane. And Filipina extending his lead to 14.5 seconds. Sorry for not giving you more face time, Filipina, but it's quite boring looking at a driver with a almost 15-second lead. Not a lot happening, just really good driving, which is admirable, but not that interesting. In second and third we have Erdin and T5 Black. Not too sure what team Erdin is driving for. Gonna check on the handy dandy Swedish Racing League website, GranTurismosport.se, where you can read up on all the teams, all the series, race calendar, cars, drivers, previous championship standings, and all the races that have been and are coming. Let's see here, Erdin. GPF Erdin not driving for any team. He is 22nd in the total standings with 276 points. La Cesaria in third, 5 seconds behind, and 2 seconds down to Tonroth. Eraser trying to get closer to Tonroth here. Do we have any fights breaking out? We check further down the field. We have Rob Nordborg here, right behind West, 0.2 seconds behind. So he's definitely in that slipstream. Nordborg having the most weight penalty, weight added to his car with 6%. Really not able on outperforming on the straight line speed there. Faster lap times though. Looking at his tires, he's recently been into the pit lane. Let's see, I think West has been as well. Yes, they have comparable tires from what I can see. West has maybe driven one more lap than Rob for the moment. West defending that inside Nordborg, going up on the outside. That's really a hard spot to be, especially if the driver doesn't leave any room in that S-bend. In those two final corners, you can just see Rob Nordborg is not being able to hold pace on that straight line speed compared to West. So he's definitely going to have to either outsmart him with pit strategy or outdrive him in the corners. Maybe force an error from West. But if West can keep his cool and keep a steady pace, I think he's going to be able to hold off Nordborg. We'll see. Checking further down the field, I think we have a fight here somewhere. We have two bar here, Team Media Pro Viper with Axel in his total Peugeot. You can see on the left hand side Erdin moving into the pit lane. Going into the pits as well. You can see that Viper really has a vast amount of straight line speed. La Cesaria is 19 seconds behind Filipina, who is in first. and going into the pit lane. Let's see if he can make it out even before La Cesaria crosses the start-finish line. La Cesaria currently has his indicator on the right hand side. Not sure where he's going. The track is clockwise, so he's definitely going to the right. Piripira made it out with a second to spare in front of La Cesaria. Let's see here, half a tank in super softs. Tires are going to be a bit cold for the first lap, but as soon as he gets the heat up in his tires, he's probably going to try to break away once again. La Cesaria, quarter of a tank and a bit worn down tires. Trying to give chase with his right hand indicator on, indicating that he's trying hard. Let's see here, a racer up in third, Tonrod in fourth, West in fifth. Whoop! Braking on the grass, not a good idea. The grass is really slippery in Gran Turismo. As soon as you step out on the grass or gravel or whatever it may be, you have practically zero grip, you're driving on ice. West currently in 5th, holding off Rob Nordborg, who is in 6th, and then we have Fadan at 7th. T5 fighting with Erdem for that 8th position. And we're more than halfway through the race, it's 37 laps. Filippinan doing even faster lap times here. You can see the fastest lap in the on the left hand side of the screen, 1:05.877. Getting additional points if he can hold on to that. Here we have Axel in 10th, followed by Tobar. Abramson in 12th, with Svoil in 13th and Ketteran in 14th, and that completes the grid. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of a pit strategy Svoil has. Racing super softs and have a tank of fuel. Filippinan extending his lead from about a second to 1.5. Setting an even faster track time, 1:05.859. A racer moving into the pit lane. La Cesaria holding steadily onto the 2nd place. Michael Tonroth a bit squabbly there. Having West all over his rearview mirrors right now. West trying to move up into 3rd. Michael Tonroth low on fuel and worn down racing soft tires. He's definitely going into the pit lane. Probably this lap. Not too sure if he wants to stay around fighting with West. West having a much higher pace right now. West also really low on fuel, but he's racing on super softs, and Tonroth is on softs. So West is definitely having a lot higher track paces for now, moving up on the inside and holding on to that inside. Is Rob Nordborg? No, he's not. Rob Nordborg is not going to be able to capitalize on that. Is Tonroth going into the pit lane? Yes, he is, along with Nordborg. extending his lead to almost 3 seconds. Not really threatened by anyone at this point. La Cesaria in second, West in third, running low on fuel. He's probably stepping into the pit lane on this lap. Faran in fourth. T5 in fifth, getting chased by Erden. Let's see if anything is going to happen here. T5 on super softs, and Erden also on super softs, an equal amount of fuel. So this is definitely going to be a fight for position right now. Erden moving, trying to move up on the outside, going up into the inside, outbraking T5 here. T5 being really kind and giving Erden a lot of room here. Does T5 have better exit speed here? Going up on the inside. Wheel to wheel. Erden still has the inside line. T5, yes, he's going to be able to overtake there. Really nicely done. Really neatly done as well. Pure clean racing. Type of racing that we're seeing right now, hopefully I'm not gonna jinx it, but it is exactly what we have been looking for and what we're trying to chase when we started the whole Swedish Racing League series. It started with only Group 3 and then it moved on to all kinds of different cars. Daily races organized by the bot itself. We have Group C, Group X, Group 2. We had I think 2 or 3 seasons of Group 2. We do let's see here, Erden going, no, it backs off. But we have also nation versus nation. So sometimes we race some Finnish blokes, some British lads, and all in there between. And then it's a team competition. And I've also myself participated in a few of those. Quite a lot of fun. And some races we also allow for tuning of the cars, and everybody drives the same car. Same car, different livery, different tunes. And then we have, per usual, the point standings from first to last, but also a sort of a team race going on, so the collective points. Ooh, really close there, La Cesaria. T5 almost hitting him, and GPF Erden going off track there. Not anticipating what is going to happen there. And let's see, did he receive any damage? No, didn't. T5, no damage. That could have gone really, really bad. That is definitely going to be taken up to the stewards after the race, so it's going to be a post-race investigation on that, because we have a roof section that you have to leave away as you're exiting the pit lane. So if you don't have a rear view mirror, press a button and look back. Check the map, check the radar, don't disturb the racers, the drivers that are coming really much faster than yourself. La Cesaria still having the rear hand blinker on, the indicator. A racer up into fourth, 19 seconds between him and Filippinan, who is in first, extending his lead to 15 seconds between him and La Cesaria. does it look further down the field? We have Svoil with Axel and Tube behind him. Let's see how this fight is going to turn out. We have Svoil, recently pitted, fresh tires. Axel about the same, and Tube about the same. Maybe a lap or I would say a lap or two on those laps. On those tires, I mean. So is Svoil going to be able to pull away from these two drivers? Definitely has about 0.7 seconds. They're closing in. Svoil driving with a 4% weight penalty. And I have to drink water since I'm a lone commentator. As we say in Swedish, need to hold a box. Hold a box. Hålla låda. Which basically means talk a lot. And that is definitely straining my vocal cords. So we check here, Filipinen 14-second lead, so he's lost about a second there on Lassaria. Lassaria in second. Eraser in third, Faran in fourth, getting chased by West and Rob Newborg in fifth and sixth. GPF Erden here in seventh. Michael Tornoth looking up on the inside there, trying to fake, maybe to make Abramson move up on the inside. Throw him off balance, so to speak. Checking downfield, T5, chasing Tornroth for all that he's got. You can see that Aston Martin really wearing down the right hand side for some reason. I think it's due to this corner, really pushing that right hand side tires to the limit. T5 in 10th. Kettinen 11th, Svoil in 12th, Axel in 13th, and Tube in 14th. Filipinen, maybe he's easing off a bit, trying to save those tires a little bit, because he's definitely losing time. It went from 15 seconds to 14 seconds. .47 laps out of 53. So in Filipinen, I think he's done his last pit stop. He's just trying to maintain his lead, save those tires, and maybe save a little bit of fuel so it doesn't undershoot the fuel load. You can see the left hand side, the rear tire, is definitely wearing down fast, and he still has 5 laps to go. So quite a comfortable lead. So he has a bit of leeway to slow down the pace a bit and massage those tires. La Cesaria, super softs and a quarter of a tank, so he can go practically flat out on his current setup. Eraser in third, also has a bit worn down tires, but has a 2.7 second gap between him and Faran getting chased by West here. And I think none of these guys are going to pit as well. Yes, you can see they have enough fuel load. So this is going to be a fight for position all the way to the finish line. Rob Newborg there, championship leader currently, holding on to 6th position, but he's definitely trying to move past West here. Checking down the field, we have Michael Tonroth getting chased by Abramson here. They also have made their last pit stop, but if we look at T5 here, he's also made his last pit stop. But if we look at Erding, you can see his right hand side on those tires, especially the front right tire. Quite a bit of wear and tear on those tires, and if we then check on T5 Black, fresh tires, so he's going to be able to have a much higher pace than Erding. So we'll see if he's going to be able to overtake here somewhere, maybe trying to go up on the inside on the last corner. See if Erding is going to hug that inside line. Yes, he is trying to block T5 as much as he can. T5 taking a bit of height here, trying to get a really nice and good exit speed, tucking in behind in that slipstream. Is he going to move up on the left hand side? Erding trying to block off the inside. As the first corner is a right-hander, he's trying to hug that inside line. T5 making a really nice pass there on the outside. Erding with those tires is not able to hold on. And T5 putting in a fastest sector there. Filipinen still holding on to the fastest lap so far. And I don't think Erding is going to be able to respond to T5 here with those tires. We have Swoyle, who has also done his last pit stop, but he's 2.5 seconds behind. Is he going to be able to catch up? And we look even further down. There are 3 drivers here, quite close to each other. But we have something going on here. Faran and West. Did he actually overtake there? Let's do a quick check here. Nope. Faran was ahead of West, but West moving up and close, biding his time, see if he's going to be able to overtake Faran for 4th position. Faran putting in a best sector for himself. If it's the fastest sector of the race between all the drivers, it's going to be purple. If it's beat his own time, it is blue. Only 2 laps to go right now. Should Nordborn going to be able to overtake West? West has a plus 3% weight added to his car, while Nordborg has 6%. See Racer trying to struggle, or he's really struggling right now with his left hand side there. You can see that right rear tire getting more and more worn down. Faran having much fresher tires. Let's see if he's going to be able to overtake a Racer here somewhere. Moving on to the final lap. Filipinen with a 12-second lead. Trying to massage that Lamborghini, Repsol Lamborghini, into the finish line. His tires are not looking good, but his lead is looking very good right now. Lasse Saria, better tires, but still has 12 seconds up to Filipinen, so he's not going to be able to challenge anything. A Racer still trying to hold on here. Added weight and really worn down tires is going to be able to hold off Faran and West. And there we have Filipinen crossing the finish line, winning the last race of this season. And then we have Lassaria with his right hand indicator on, going into second place position. Tyrell Racer third, Fadam fourth, West fifth, Rob Nordborg sixth, T5 in seventh, Erden in eighth, Michael Tonroth able to stave off Abramson, moving into ninth, Abramson in 10th, and T.S. Arsvold in 11th. Axel in 12th. Tubaor in 13th and Kate Kettunen in 14th, and that concludes the last race of Season 12 Swedish Racing League Series in Group 3 category. So a big congratulations to MNT Firipinen, pole position, fastest lap, and also the race winner. So that is going to conclude this season, the 12th season of the Swedish Racing League Group 3 category. And Firipinen typing into the chat, yes, finally. Really happy about his win. And if you're have more interest in the Swedish Racing League, you can go to GranTurismosport.se and there you can read all about it. Thanks for watching and have a good night.